ID creatures. So today we're gonna work on Boolean operations, which is, these three things that you see right here. This one would be addition, then this one would be subtraction, and this one is intersection. And I think the one that I'm gonna explain is this one, because once you understand how this one works, then both the rest of these are just very simple. So how this works is that you have two objects and they meet, so you need to find the line that goes across their intersection, okay? So I have, this is an example because it's two surfaces that are curved, and it's a little bit more complicated than normal intersections. So not normal, but straight surfaces, like let's say a cube and another cube. So what I'm gonna do is, in the PDF exercises, I'm gonna put a lot of renderings, like 3D computer renderings of how two surfaces connect to each other, because that way it's a lot easier once you see how it looks to sketch it afterwards, because it's kind of complicated to explain how this works. I mean, you have to see how it looks before you learn how to do it. So I'm just going to do this as an example of like how you learn it, but I think the best way is to just see how it looks, and just in your everyday life notice how things match and how they connect to each other, and the surface, how it looks and everything. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just like sketch here the cylinders. So you have a vertical one, that's the middle, and then you have two sides, obviously, okay, and you have one right there, you have another ellipse right there, okay. So now you have one coming this direction, okay, and you have the major axis, like we learned in the ellipses and cylinders tutorial. You have a minor axis, which would be this one, and you have a major axis, which is that one. So we have the right there. Let's see. And you have the other one right there. Okay, so you have both cylinders right here. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do more ellipses, and let me think how I'm gonna explain this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have two ellipses that go that make a section, or cut out a section of the vertical one, okay? So you have, I'm gonna just sketch it here really quickly. So I'm gonna make two ellipses right there, okay? 1, 2, and then you have the other one right here, and I'm gonna sketch two ellipses here, okay? So you have 1 and 2, okay? So, okay, let's see. So this one is gonna come right here, and the other one is going to be, let's see, somewhere around here. Okay, so, okay, I hope this is kind of making sense. So what I'm gonna do now is, I don't know if you can see that I have 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Okay, so I have something that looks kind of like this. Okay, 1, 2, and then 3 and 4, right there in the middle. So what I want to do is I want to connect them and find the intersection of both surfaces. So I'm following one right here, okay? So then I'm following this one, but now I'm going to connect this one to the horizontal one, okay? So it's going to come right here, okay? So now I'm following this one, but I'm going to switch directions, and I'm going to go down, okay? I'm going to go down right here on the other ellipse right there, okay? So I'm going to go around this one, then down on this one. Once I'm going down and I come across the horizontal one, I'm going to go right here and go over here, okay? So I'm just going to mark it with this one so it's clear. So I went here, 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 okay? So that is the line that you get out of the intersection of these two things, okay? So I'm gonna just make it a little bit darker so I understand how this looks. Okay, so here's one of them. Here's the other one. We have one that comes right here, and the other one comes right here, okay? Okay, and okay. So this ellipse is really bad, but okay, never mind. So what you get is this right here in the middle. So I'm just gonna do some quick sketches here. We know we have a cylinder here, and then we have another one that goes across, and we know that we get something that looks sort of like this. I'm just gonna try to sketch it here. Okay, so we have something that looks like this. Okay, so what you want to do is that little space right there, that is the intersection. Okay, so that's where both of them meet, and you get an element out of both of them. Okay, so that is intersection. But what happens if you have, let's resketch it here, you have both of them, and you have the line here where, you know, they connect, and you have the rest of it behind it. What happens if you actually just add them? That is what addition is. You have to come here and then go around the shape and then follow the object. Okay, so that right there would be this one, you know, addition. And then subtraction would be if you have, I'm going to resketch that. You have this right here, and then you have another one that goes behind it, and you have the same sort of letter S shape right here. Okay, so you would have to follow that letter, or not letter, but that line, that path, and then just come around. Okay, so what you get, okay, is something like this. So it's the same. Okay, so let me just put one next to the other one right here. So this is the quick sketch, and this is the one I did previously, which is, you know, it looks the same. But my point was that once you have this line right here, you don't need to resketch it. You can just put another piece of paper over it, and now you see everything. You see the outer lines of the cylinders, and you see that line where both of them meet. And out of this line, you can get the intersection really easily. You just, you know, connect this one with this one, and you have the intersection. Or you just go around all the edges and this line, and you find the addition. Or you can just keep one and make the subtraction. And the only option that I haven't showed you is that you may have this ellipse right here, I mean this cylinder right here, with the other one that's coming all the way over there, which I'm not even going to finish sketching. But you have this line, and it goes something like this. And then you have the line going that way. So you may also have something that looks like this. Okay. So that's another option, you know, to instead of keeping the one on the back, you keep the one on the front. Okay. So you have a lot of options once you draw this line correctly. So I hope you understood what Boolean operations are.